Hello everybody and welcome back to Confined 2 681's Minecraft Adventures, and today we gonna be doing a few things. One of the things I would like to do is the mining trip I brought up a few episodes ago now. Because we are not doing so hot on iron. Like that's legit all the iron I have. Which isn't great, but before that, I would like to upgrade my armor to be basically what it's going to be till I decide to go after perfect armor. Which I'm not going to do anytime soon necessarily. But yeah. Let's just go ahead and take this off. And I don't see this taking too many levels. Oh yeah, I did go ahead and upgrade my sword off camera. So I put the final book on that. Just got through AFKing up. Where's the there? And that's just enough. I just got through AFKing up at the XP farm to get the XP I needed for this. So that's protection 4 on everything, Unbreaking 3 and Mending. All that's left is to upgrade this to Netherite, which probably not going to be doing anytime soon. Also, I lit the area up some more so that that's more effective at night. That hill over there should be completely spawn-proof. I don't know, I didn't light it up at night. I lit it up during the day to the best of my ability. So it should be spawn-proof, I hope. I also discovered a few caves in the area whilst doing that. So that's a thing. I'm just going to go ahead and take the coal out of that because I don't need it in there right now. Craft a bunch of torches. I'm going to take some coal with me as well. Also, my diamond shovel's looking a little worse for wear. That's fair, though. I've used it quite a bit. I came down here for coal. I'll take that amount with me. I'll grab some auxiliary blocks on the way. Might not hurt to breed the sheep. I already bred the cows. Anything else I need to do? I've got... No, everything looks good. Alrighty. I probably shouldn't do this because it's actually better for it to be night while I'm in the cave. I might... I'll equip the shield. Even though I'm at the point where I don't really need it. At least not in the overworld. One of my goals is to get some obsidian too so I can go to the nether. Because let's take a look at it. We're pretty much ready for the dragon. We are at that. We're at that stage. I've got the Unbreaking 3 and Mending book in here already, so I can pull off my Elytra strategy. And I might actually just, this recording session, keep going until the dragon. So, yeah. Man, that feels weird. Oh yeah, this is a cave I found whilst lighting the area up. Actually, before that, when I was harvesting some trees. And it looks like it goes pretty deep. So, I just lit the entrance up because I wanted to make the farm more efficient. But as far as actually exploring it, well, as you can see, I didn't. Because I wanted to save it for an episode. Nice, that's what we're here for. Everything else is nice too, but we're really here for the iron. I'll come back for the copper sometime off camera because, yeah, I don't want to clutter my inventory up with it right now. That's essentially what it is inventory clutter. Don't get me wrong, smelting it's good for XP and to have lots of it on hand, but as I said, right now it's just inventory clutter because I don't really have a use for it. Yet. Is this one big coal vein? No. It's two separate coal veins. So I'm not really here for coal, but I'm not going to turn it down. Also, I killed a drowned off camera as it attacked me when I was coming back from the mob farm. It was a trident drowned. Unfortunately, it did not drop the trident. I don't really like how difficult it is to get a trident on Java. I mean, when it eventually happens, it's going to feel really good. But coming from someone who's played both Java and Bedrock a fair amount, I don't know that it's necessarily worth it to go after a trident on Java specifically. I almost feel like it's best to just let it be one of those, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, no big deal type of things. Did I just find more to this cave? Indeed I did. Not much more. Okay, there's a zombie somewhere up here. Can't see anything on the mini-map. I hear a bat. Okay, journey map is great for a lot of things. But as far as detecting caves when you're already underground, if there's no light source in the cave whatsoever, the cave is pretty much invisible. Which, I guess you could argue that that's an upside. Okay, so up. Up and this way. No swords for zombies. I'm not gonna need this. I'm not going to need phantom membranes because my strategy for the dragon is bridge off 1,000 blocks and get an elytra and then come back. Oh, an Enderman's been here. So that was a very nothing cave. It did have its own benefit, though. I presume lighting that up will help the rates for the mob farm. Though I don't know if it's low enough to the ground for this cave to specifically affect it. I don't know, 24 iron from that and a boatload of coal. I will take that. There is another cave over here that's actually pretty big, and I wouldn't have found it. I may have found it before. I think I remember finding it before. And going, oh, so there was an entrance there all along. But I found it when I was lighting this area up. And as you can see, I've been down there before. I suspect this may link into the other cave system. So, in some way, shape, or form. I hear a creeper. It's like right here. Yep. By the way, if you're wondering how I did that, creepers... The way you can hear a creeper is their footsteps. If you're quiet enough, you can hear them walking around. And... it's not all that often you'll be able to use that. Most of the time you'll see them before you hear them. But in instances like that, it can be helpful in finding small pockets in a cave or something like that. Which are arguably more common now than they used to be. Alright, so what do I want to do about that? I want to go after that iron. For sure. Really? That's it? There should be... yeah, there's some right down there. But I want to go after that iron up there. I don't particularly care about the coal right now because I don't really need it. So I shall save going after it until I actually need it. I keep this fairly well lit up. It's not always the most easy thing to remember, especially when you're in a patch of open cave like this and it's day. Makes it easy to forget sometimes to light it up. Ow. It's only power 4, but it's a fairly powerful bow. I might actually get a villager that sells power 5. Might actually be one of the next enchants I go after. Or another power 4 book. I got one when I was going after enchants last time. I didn't lock it in because it's not what I wanted at that point in time. Probably should have in hindsight. But I find it best to focus on one enchant at a time because If you don't do that, you'll end up getting sidetracked. So, I only went after what I needed and locked that in. Unless you get a really good trade you can't pass up, like, seriously? Wait a second. No way. I didn't just find a double spawner, did I? I've done it before. It's been a long time. I don't think I did. Man, that would have been so cool. Oh, wow. Copper mega vein? I don't have any use for that amount of copper at the moment, though. The way this just generated with a solid wall like that reminds me of how caves used to generate back in beta. I will take the name tag. I can craft them, but I will take ones I find in the wild for sure. Actually, I'm gonna mark this. That's the wrong button. Hide. Hide. Oh, wow. Sorry, sir. Unfortunately, my village is full already. Well, that's a lie, but no, I got all the villagers I need. Technically infinite villagers because of the breeder. Don't know why I grabbed the lapis. I don't really need it. Well, yeah, I do. I might convert my floor in my house to be a lapis block floor. At some point, because I quite like the look of lapis blocks as a floor. Kind of an old school thing if you think about it, but I don't know. I think they look quite nice. I guess if I wanted to flex, it'd be a diamond block floor. Oh, yeah. Actually, something I wanted to bring up, because I've been thinking about it and talking with Warlord about it for a bit. And that was doing another Survival Island series with a twist. And the twist would be using a From the Fog mod pack. We've both agreed that it sounds like an interesting idea to do, as we've done something similar once before just for fun, and it turned out fairly well. was a fun variant on the challenge. So, we're currently in the planning phase for that right now. Once we get the details finalized, obviously it'll be on the channel. So, yeah, potentially look forward to that in the future. That's already been there. So this is explored thoroughly. I know there's an area that goes down, but I kind of want to get this ravine lit up. Because on the way out, I'd like to be able to walk across that bridge and not get shot off by a skeleton. Huh. Well, that bat was just entirely collateral. Gold. So much iron. Okay, so it looks like if I start mining down back here... Oh. I'll just do that and grab one of these water sources. Yeah, that's not disturbing anything too bad. No! Be gone! So many zombies. Of course, sometimes you forget when you're... Oh god, they multiplied. Sometimes it's easy to forget when you're playing hard Minecraft that zombies can multiply. It's been a thing since 1.6. Oh yes, by the way, I did it. I've always said that I'm not going to do that because bad things happen when I do that. But I don't want to be overconfident because that is how you get yourself killed. So I'm not going to do that, but I have no reason to change it. So I've been thinking about it for a while, actually, so I just decided to finally follow through and lock it. I have no reason not to. So yeah, we are officially locked in hard. I actually know how to undo that if I so wanted. But there's not much now that could kill us. Unless we just get really unlucky. That's about what it would take, is just bad luck compounding. Which isn't very likely at this particular moment. It could always happen. I thought I saw diamonds. Well, that was not the intended outcome. But yeah. Okay, creeper. But yes, every time back to what I was saying about 1.6 zombies, is every time you hit a zombie, it has a chance of calling a friend, shall we say, to help it. And if you want to see how this actually affects zombies, you can actually go back to 1.6 when it was first introduced, and I haven't noticed as much in modern releases, but it's really noticeable back in 1.6. But when you hit a zombie, it more often than not would spawn in a helper zombie. And that's quite rough. When you just end up with an army of zombies. Yep. That's not gonna work. Oh god, it's a Philza Slayer. Be gone with you. Oh hey, gold chestplate. Pretty much brand new gold chestplate. I'll keep that. Oh hey, diamonds. I'm gonna mark this geode because I actually do want to take one of these apart because I quite like the look of calcite. And let's hide that. And I hide the waypoints except for home because they just clutter the screen. And also not everyone likes to see those, so. For those who don't, I hide them. Okay. Let's get some more torches. Ooh, I meant to grab some more wood. Looks like I forgot to do that. Well, that's an oops. Okay, that's 100% gotta be a spawner. Wow. Hey guys. Hey, it's a fully grown Philza Slayer. Pants. Oh. I already have that, I think. Do I? I'll leave those here. It's a lot of name tags, though. Do I have cat? I think so. I don't really need the gunpowder, truth be told, because I have some back at base already. I'll take this just in case I don't have it. Oh yes, actually, before I forget. Give me the diamonds. Actually gonna mark this too. Alright. By the way, I just noticed that it has a button where you can choose to have it disabled right from the get-go. I'm gonna have to make use of that more often. Creeper! As I fail my shots. I hear a zombie, but I don't see the zombie. Now that this area is lit up. And that's why I like keeping more than one crafting table on me. It's so that I can place one down and don't have to worry about clearing another inventory slot when I'm mining. Makes it a little bit easier. Don't really need more gold. I'll take it. Oh, can we make them fight? It's gonna be the skeleton. Maybe. Yeah, it's the skeleton. You won, and winner gets death. Oh. I like doing that when I can. So far, I don't think I've done a mining trip this series where that hasn't happened at least once. Oh, is that what I've been looking for? Possibly, no. I think it's just a tough... Yeah, it's just a tough vein. Ugh. No. Okay, Strafe Lord. Where's the spider at? I don't think I'm gonna get lucky and find an iron mega vein this trip. Well, I guess iron's still gonna be a problem going forward then. I could always just make an iron farm, but like I said before, I'm not gonna do that until later on. When I know I'm gonna be getting into a project that's gonna require a lot more iron. Looks like I'm gonna be able to accomplish one of the goals though, and that was obsidian. Actually, now that I think about it, there was gold out here I wanted to grab. It's over there. How are we doing for time? 34 minutes. Not bad. Whoa. Don't really need to worry about skeletons now. I've got a shield if I really didn't want to take damage, but also my armor covers me pretty well, so it's like half a heart every time I get shot, if that. Protection 4 armor is pretty good, folks. So is an infinity bow. Be nice if a mending infinity bow was a thing, but technically was at one point. I'd had to downgrade so far back it really would not be worth it. Actually, I don't know if I even could downgrade that far back. I think I'd have to legitimately go back to 1.10. Yeah, I would have to go downgrade back to 1.10. Oh my god, that's so many mobs. You step away for a minute and come back, and suddenly the place is throwing a party. That's just not cool. That is a huge diorite vein. I have a feeling there was some iron I was going to mine. It wasn't that iron. I'll grab that iron. Also grab this lapis. Mine this workbench. There's the iron. Okay, now, actually, not to throw anything out, I can just, that is so nice. Back in the day when it was just iron ore, one, you couldn't really fortune iron. There was not really any point to. But on the flip side, there wasn't a way to compress it if you did have an inventory full of it. Oh, there it is. So it was a little bit more difficult. Alright, it looks like we're approaching time very soon. Whoa, why'd it get... Oh. Who turned out the lights? Oh, that was funny, actually. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, I actually need to go back the way I came. To that area that had the lava. I'm not going to turn down this, though. Never turn down free gold. It was over here. Yep. Okay. So... just douse that, and... okay, yeah, this fortune pick makes it fly so fast. Might also grab enough for an ender chest. I'm definitely going to need an ender chest. I already know that because my end strategy is going to require one. Or the dragon strategy is going to require one. I also found something interesting just doing it on the server world pretty much for fun. Or on the server I play on with my friends. Actually, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. Doing the wither in the end is an interesting strategy that I think I might employ in this world. Just because it actually works out fairly well. It gives the wither other targets aside from you. So, that might be one of the strategy I employ is fighting the wither in the end. Or conversely, if I can find a way to make a wither trap. Not really sure how to make one of those now. The last time I remember seeing anything on it, the meta was to trap the wither under the end portal. And I've tested and that doesn't seem to work anymore. I think the other method is to break what are they called? The end gateways and trap it there. I also tested that and it doesn't seem to work. So that would leave the last method I know what was a thing was to trap it under the nether roof. You had to find a perfect formation, and I'm not even sure if that's going to work. So yeah, I might have to give up on doing this easily. Actually just do a fair fight. As I tried the bedrock strategy, which is just fight it in a tunnel at bedrock. And that was very hit or miss. Oh, is that a... Oh, no, that's that's the surface. I thought I was looking at a lush cave. Well, that's disappointing. As a side note, I wonder where this is gonna bring us up at. Oh, I hope I'm not under a mountain. I am not under a mountain. Hey, there's another wolf. Comes that way. I might actually make a thing over here for generating ice because ferrying items back and forth between the farm and the farmer villagers that buy the potatoes is not that fun. You can't eat the water bucket. Oh, I thought I switched to beef. No, it was the water bucket. Okay. Okay. So, with that, that's been a very successful mining trip. I also forgot to grab a thumbnail. Oops. Oh, that door's aging. Alright. Yeah, I'll get this stuff smelting off camera, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so I've been Confined to 681, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.